First carry here for Kene Nwangu. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This defense for the Packers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal. So they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Back to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Corey Littleton able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
.44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. They're going to look to throw. Smith catches left side. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Williams to return. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because
he's got a man complete. Touchdown. Amari Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they
that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety, and you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers, catch made. It's Moreau. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Rodgers on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Vikings 7. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Handoff here to Nwangu.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They go play action here on 1st down.
They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack. The pressure comes, and down he goes.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. And remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And here's Joseph Charlton now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
open man, completes it to Claypool.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Vikings 14. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's second and a yard.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check 4.
On the give is Nwangu. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Now a play fake here on first down.
That is caught by Thielen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this goes out wide for Drake. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll make this a second down.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now on first down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. Throw left side taken in by Rodgers. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up. Jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And incomplete to open things up. Those defense for the Packers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 26, check 26, check 3, check 3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it on one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. On the counter, here's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st down, it's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Dillon. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll go with the keeper, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And this one is right through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deep.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Powerful running. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? 6-0 our score after 1.
The score, Packers 6, Vikings 0.
A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Jones again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Touchdown! That's caught. Foster Moreau with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
13. Vikings, nothing. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is
nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Rodgers. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. DJ Waddle in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
from the 41. Rodgers. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Sponge. Set.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And some room to roam now. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. 109 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll run here with Dillon. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jordan Love, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hatch it.
Here's Nwangu. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On play action, they'll throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Nwangu. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And will be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. And now here's another interception. Adrian Amos for a pick. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more caught under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return is Williams. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Chase Claypool, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Vikings nothing. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. Goes right back to Smith again.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". Pick me up. Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game Like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They run again with Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Running right, here's Dillon. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 38.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Packers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Muscles him off. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 138 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
This is Dillon on the counter, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Vikings 14-yard line.
Mike, easy. Don't get nervous. Inside. Check. Yeah, this. He's coming. Double up. He's gonna get up.
On 2nd down, Dillon. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
59 Mike, check.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Vikings will use the second. Their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back to throw now on 1st down.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Devin Bush make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Mike, check. 59. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike's 5'9". Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
That's complete to his running back, Jefferson.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Packers,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2.